Here are the top 16 group of 5 running backs for the 2025 season. Starting at number 16, we've got Bryson Donaldelson. He's a solid returning back for Fresno State that could take on a massive role for their offense this season. At number 15, I've got Robert Henry. He's got some solid production for UTSA and should step into an even larger role for their high-flying offense this year. At number 14, I've got Dylan Carson with Air Force. Air Force runs the football a lot. That should be no surprise to anyone, and Dylan Carson is going to get a lot of those carries this season. At number 13, I've got Mackenzie McIll II, who ran for nearly 500 yards and 10 touchdowns as a freshman last year. He's going to have an even bigger role for North Texas this year. At number 12, I've got Arnold Barnes III, who seeks to replace the production of Mekhi Hughes at Tulane this season. If he can even replace a fraction of that, he's going to be one of the best backs in the group of 5. At number 11, I've got Telly Johnson Jr. He's a fantastic running back that NIU can run their offense through this season. At number 10, I've got Justin Marshall, who was a solid backup running back last season that will take on an expanded role and likely lead the team in rushing. At number 9, I've got Jaylen Buckley, who was the MAC Freshman of the Year 2 seasons ago and is now a veteran running back for the Broncos. At number 8, I'm not sure how to pronounce his first name, but Humphrey ran for a lot of yards at Montana State last season and follows Jason Eck to New Mexico this year, where he's going to be their primary running back. At 7, I've got Javon Jackson, who was an absolutely lethal running back for the UTEP Miners this last year and now goes back to his home in Alabama to play for UAB. At number 6, I've got Sire Gains, who in an injury-shortened season last year really showed some of his potential and some of his upside for the Broncos, and I really think this year, if he's their starting guy, he's going to be one of the top running backs in college football. At number 5, I've got Floyd Chalk IV. He's coming off of a very productive season for the Spartans in an offense that really surprised a lot of people this season. They should continue to be prolific and continue to give the rock to Floyd Chalk. At number 4, I've got George Pedawway, who's a huge tool for this offense at James Madison and is going to be a big part of their offense this season. At number 3, I've got Jay Henderson. He ran for over 1,000 yards for Buffalo last season, and kudos to Buffalo for being able to retain a running back like this with the production he had. Typically, guys like that would instantly hit the transfer portal. At number 2, I've got Jaden Thomas, who was an all-conference running back in the Mountain West last season, and despite a change at head coach, I think he's still going to get a ton of carries and tote the rock for a lot of yards under Dan Mullen this season. At number 1, I've got Anthony Hankerson, another 1,000-yard running back from last season that returns to the starting lineup for his team, and Hankerson, at many points, was the only real threat Oregon State had offensively, and yet he was still getting touches and getting yards and really shredding up defenses. It was an impressive season, and I look for him to be the best returning group of 5 running back this season.